Hey guys, it's Tony here. Everybody thinks that Bitcoin is done. It is done with this bull market and is falling down. But what I want to tell you guys is that you should not worry about Bitcoin in the long term. I am bullish, super bullish for Bitcoin in the long term, and why you should not worry and be happy. So I want to talk to you guys about all that and more in this video. So let's get into it. So, look at this. Bitcoin is falling. It was falling since November 8th. It already fell. Guess how much percent? It fell 40%, 39% with the wick, from the wick to the wick. But what's really weird is that everybody's already saying that Bitcoin is done pumping and is now going to start having a big gigantic correction. Like what? This is not going to happen. I want to tell you guys why. Well, one, 40% correction are actually really normal corrections to have in a bull market. Like, let me just go back to the 2018 pump right over here to $20,000. Now let's just look at some of the corrections like right over here. So let's just take these three corrections as an example. We have this first one, and guess how much this fell down for? This fell down to 38%. Now we had this one, and this one fell down all the way to 41%. Then we had this one, and this one fell 29%. Now this is really interesting because we had 40% corrections. After that, we reversed and we just kept going up. We made higher highs and lower highs. So, could we be doing the same exact thing? Yes. We also have a trend here. We also have higher highs, and remember, the trend is your friend. So, we are above the previous higher high, and this is a healthy correction percentage to fall. So why is everybody getting scared? Well, because of the price. The price, we literally fell from $69,000 all the way to $42,000. This is crazy. It's $20,000 dump. But what many people don't realize is that you have to count in these huge markets and also in penny markets. Usually, it is really good to count not in dollars but in percentage, because if you say I lost $13 and everybody thinks haha, it's only $13 when you had only a $20 portfolio, that's literally crazy. But if you lost $13 in $1 million portfolio, then that's nothing. So it all matters about percentage. I lost 40%, I lost 20%. Whatever that says is how much you lose. So here, like I said, it lost 40%. Bitcoin fell down 40%, which is an average correction down. But where to next? Well, this is where the next thing comes in, the trend. Because when we're having a trend up, we always have, well, usually we have a trend line, but we always have higher highs and lower highs. And the previous higher high and lower high in this mid-term trend, well, technically long-term, was the lower high being at $39,500 and the higher high being at $53,000. And this also brings up why I believe in order for me to be bullish on the mid-term, we have to break $53,300, because that will make our selves be higher than the previous higher high, and it will technically make us bullish. Now, what about the lower high? Well, this is where the dump comes in, because we fell down to 41,900, which is actually above 39,700 by a okay amount. If you get a Fibonacci retracement, that is the 0.786 for the previous wick. For the body, it's in between the 0.7 and 0.786, and for the wick it almost came down all the way to the bottom. But this is fine, because we sometimes have these corrections that take us all the way down to this wick. So that's what we can technically do. We can still fall all the way down to 39,600, and that is okay. Don't worry if Bitcoin falls down to 39,800, and even if it falls through 39,500 and it keeps falling, what we have to see is for it to not close above it on the weekly time frame. Even better on the daily time frame. But if Bitcoin does come down to 39,500 and it does break through, don't worry, because we have what we have to do is not break through this level with the bodies, like I said. And what we should wait is for not Bitcoin to not close on the bodies on the weekly time frame. So if Bitcoin comes down here and comes back above and it creates a wick, that's fine. But if it does create a body down here, that's really bad, because we're actually going to be breaking through our higher lows. And so we're going to start making lower lows and lower highs, and we're going to start going down. But as long as we're going to make higher highs and higher lows, then we're going to be fine. This is why I think it is fine if we go down to 39,500. It is fine if we go lower, but we have to make sure we do not confirm our daily close, our weekly close below 39,500. So we can have a wick, we cannot close. But what's even more interesting is that people think that this is the end of the bull market because we already fell only 40%. But what's interesting is that if we turn on the BLX chart, the Brave New Coin Liquid Index for Bitcoin, you can see that Bitcoin already tapped the top of the yellow band and came down, and it didn't even come close to tapping the red band. So why do you think that we are done pumping? Because look at this. If I zoom out and I look at all the previous bull markets in the history of Bitcoin, every single time there was a bull market, we tapped the top of the red band. But what's even more interesting is that in the middle of the bull market, we always come to the yellow band, get rejected, and fall down. Like over here, we tapped the yellow band, we even came up, but this is the wick, and after that we got rejected off the yellow band and came down all the way to the middle of the yellow band and green band, and after that started going up. Now this has nothing to do with what Bitcoin's right now, but it does look like a similar pattern, which is what Bitcoin is doing right now. It tapped the top of the yellow band and is now coming down and tapping the bottom of the green, in the middle of the yellow and the green. And so, what I'm saying is that we are not done dumping, and as long as we're going to stay above this green band, we are not done dumping. And guess where this green band is? This green band is $39,000. So we can technically come below this previous this higher low, and we can come below it a little tiny bit, and we're still going to be fine, because as long as we're going to stay above this green band, we are going to be fine like we did over here. But what is the target? Because I said we're not done pumping. So where do I think Bitcoin will be going, and when will I think the all-time high with this Bitcoin bull run will end? Because I said it's not done pumping. Well, I look at the Bitcoin BLX chart and I see this. We have the band. Right now it is at 150,000. So that's where we have to minimally tap. But this band continuously changes. It keeps getting higher and higher. So by the time we get up, it could already technically be at 200, 250, maybe 190, somewhere between there. To 190 to maybe even $300,000. Depends when we reach the band. If we start heading on this trend like that, if we're gonna keep going at this rate of slowness, we could reach it when we're gonna be at like $230,000. But what I'm saying is that look at the past. In the past, the whole entire history of Bitcoin, we always come up and we always tap the Bitcoin BLX top. We always come up. We tapped this red line. We tapped it here. We tapped it here. We tapped it here. We're already doing the fourth Bitcoin rally, fourth Bitcoin bull market. Why should we not tap it? Why should we not fall down right now? I mean, if you say this is the end of the Bitcoin bull market, this might be the same exact thing that they said would happen right here. And I mean, here they said it was done, and guess what? It fell like 81%, so technically you could call that a really tiny bear market, but right after that, it came back up. And what's interesting is that it did not even come down to the green band like it did when it's done with the bull market. It came straight down to the green band there, and this bull market also. When it comes down through the bear market, it comes all the way down to the bottom of the green band, which is why, as long as we do not come inside of the green band, Bitcoin is not done. So if we do come inside of the green band and we get rejected, which is also this resistance line right over here, then of course the green band changes, but right now it is at this level. If we break 39,000, 38,000 somewhere there, we could already be entering the band. And last but not least, when do I think we're going to start going up in the midterm? When we're going to break $53,000, because this level, like I said, is the previous higher high. Really important level. So in the midterm, in order for us to go up, we're supposed to break 53,000. If we break 39,500, we will go down. In the long term, we are heading up, and the all-time high is unknown, but it's in the middle of $200,000 and $300,000. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like down below, subscribe if you haven't, don't forget to click that post notification bell. I'll see you guys next video. Bye.